The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. The Philippine Coast Guard has accused China of aiming a laser light at one of its vessels off Ayungin Shoal. PCG said that the incident happened on February 6 during a rotation and resupply mission of the Philippine Navy. In a statement, the Philippine Coast Guard recounted that a Chinese vessel pointed a military-grade laser light at BRP Malapascua and later made dangerous maneuvers. The PCG also called the incident as a blatant disregard and clear violation of the country's sovereign rights. The Ayungin Shoal lies within the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. United States fighter jets shoot down another flying object, this time over Lake Huron on the U.S.-Canada border. Congressman Jack Bergman lauded the move, calling it a decisive action. This was the fourth flying object to be shot down over North America in 1 week. Meanwhile, a U.S. fighter jet also shot down an unidentified object over Canada on Saturday. Canada Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said Canadian forces would recover and analyze the wreckage. Defense Minister Anita Anand declined to speculate about the origin of the object, which she said was cylindrical in shape.
Let me assure all Canadians that Canadians are safe. There is no reason to believe that the impact of the object in Canadian territory is of any public concern. The Canadian Armed Forces with the RCMP will recover and will analyze the object.
President Bongbong Marcos is open to having a visiting forces agreement with Japan. The chief executive said he would support a military access agreement with Tokyo if such move will not raise tensions in disputed waters. Marcos added that military training with Japan might help the Philippines protect its maritime territory and Filipino fishermen.
Now, there is also we have to be careful also because we do not want to appear provocative. Parang imbis na pinapakalma natin ang sitwasyon sa South China Sea, ginagawa natin mas magiging mainit, di ba? That's not what we want.
Meanwhile, President Marcos brings home investment pledges from his 4-day working visit to Japan. The promise of partnerships is not only in Philippine sectors, but also in the controversial Maharlika Investment Fund. More from this report.
1 trillion pesos in investments. That's the target of the Marcos Jr. administration for 2023. In January alone, the Board of Investments reported 414 million pesos worth of registered investments. The president recently visited Japan, where almost 4,000 Japanese and Filipino businessmen registered in various engagements. Various meetings were held to secure dozens of investment pledges.
Napakaraming Japanese businessman na gusto mag-invest sa Pilipinas. Usap ko yung Mitsui, tsaka yung Sumitomo, at kausap ko rin yung Taisei, tsaka yung Toyo Engineering.
We come away from this visit with a continuing development of our relationship with Japan. It's a particularly important visit because it is really setting down the blueprint for our relations as we slowly emerge from the pandemic economy.
One of the industries said to benefit is agriculture. A joint cooperation framework agreement was signed to improve logistics and food value chain. Meanwhile, Marcos Jr. said the business climate in the Philippines was strengthened further once the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement gets ratified. RCEP eases tariff rates for certain products.
This administration is pushing for the congressional ratification, which I am promised will be coming soon, of the Philippines' participation in the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or RCEP.
But some legislators and agriculture groups in the country are skeptical on the agreement, as it may result in a surplus of imported products. Meanwhile, Japanese automotive firm Mitsubishi Motors Corporation suggests the expansion of cars, or the Comprehensive Automotive Resurgence Strategy Program. Under this, car manufacturers will get incentives once they sell 200,000 units within 6 years. On the Maharlika Investment Fund, House Speaker Martin Romualdez said one Japanese senior has shown interest in the proposed sovereign wealth fund. Romualdez is confident that the MIF will be passed into law after the Holy Week break. For News 5, Paul Samarita, we are One News.
More stories coming your way after a quick break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. The number of tourists in Boracay is expected to increase further as the island resumes receiving luxury cruise ships. Camille Samonte with the full story.
Because of the coronavirus pandemic, the cruise ship industry in Boracay had been halted for almost 3 years. But now, most tourist attractions are slowly resuming normal operations, including cruise ships. A luxury cruise ship will dock at the Cataclan Jetty Port on February 13th, giving its 500 passengers a few hours to enjoy Boracay.
Ang mga Shorex natin, agent, ino-offer yung anong pwedeng maibigay ng isla. Like for example, ang island hopping, sea sports activities, and the same time yung pwedeng mag-shopping dito sa isla. Pwede din sila rin na mag-enjoy. May mga resort tayo o hotel o may mga restaurant tayong ina-identify para doon sila pwedeng mag-dining while they are here in Boracay. They will only stay 8 hours in the island.
Some business owners in the island welcomed the return of the cruise ships. Queenie, a tour guide, immediately prepared posters for water activities and island hopping in a bid to attract tourists.
Malaki pong tulong yun na may cruise ship na darating para naman din kami is makakapag-ipon na sa daming darating na bisita by cruise ship.
About 5,000 to 6,000 tourists arrive in Boracay daily. But this number is still expected to increase with as much as 18 cruise ships expected to dock in Boracay this year.
It is our parang world tour of the cruise ship. Usually, ang mga darating, karamihan dito yung Norwegian company. So, mag-iikot dito sa Asia. So, mapalad tayo ang isla ng Boracay bago ang before sa sa ibang lugar.
According to the Philippine Ports Authority, there are 2 cruise ships that will dock at Ilocos Sur, Palawan, and Bohol from February 9 to 14, giving the country's tourism industry an early boost this year. For News 5, Camille Samonte, we are One News.
Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. More than 356,000 marriages were registered in 2021, up by almost half from 2020. Philippine Statistics Authority data showed that 3 years ago, there were only about 240,000 registered marriages. PSA says this increase may have been brought about by the easing of quarantine measures for the COVID-19 pandemic. Actor Luis Manzano's camp is asking for an extension to answer the subpoena in connection with the estafa complaints filed against him and his former business partners. The complainants are several investors of Flex Fuel Petroleum Corporation who claim to have lost millions of pesos. Manzano, who was the former chairman of Flex Fuel, had earlier denied involvement in the alleged investment scam, saying he too was just a victim. Up to 50 complainants have been filed by investors against Flex Fuel. The Foreign Affairs Department welcomes the arrival of 8 trafficking victims from Myanmar. 4 of them were males recruited online from Dubai to supposedly work as customer support representatives in Thailand, but were instead forced to trick people into investing in cryptocurrency. The other 4 were females detained for supposed illegal entry from Thailand. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Angela Lagunsad. We are One News.